Hi and welcome to my kitchen. I am making these chicken wings from the new deluxe air fryer. These are the garlic Parmesan wings recipe. So I've got 2.5 pounds of wings here and we're gonna go ahead and preheat the air fryer. For this recipe, we do need to preheat it. So you start first by pressing quickly and it gives you a little welcome. Let's get cooking. I'm gonna turn this dial until heat and crisp lights up. See how that's blinking? And now we need to adjust the temperature. I'm gonna hit the button here first. We need to adjust the temperature. It defaults at 350, so hit the little temperature icon, adjust it to 375, and then press the button in. You want to make sure it's adjusted to 30 minutes, and we need the fan to be on high. So I'm gonna hit the little fan right here, and you can see it's on high. Press the button in, and it starts preheating. While your air fryer is preheating, you can get your ingredients ready. So 2.5 pounds of chicken wings. And in here I have a combination of baking powder, salt, pepper, paprika, and garlic powder. Go ahead and give it a sprinkle. We're not adding any oil to this part. Just the wetness of your wings will help all of that seasoning adhere. So give everything a quick stir. And if you need to make a large batch, you actually can go ahead and double this and you'll just split it up between the two racks. So once it's all coated, we're ready for the next step. So here's our rack for the air fryer. Now you want to think about putting your food in here so that the little bump is up. Think about it, it prevents food from slipping off. So if you forget which direction, that's your tip. You're gonna spritz it with a little bit of oil of choice. Use a low smoke oil, so olive oil is not the best choice for our air fryer. I'm gonna use some coconut oil. This is just coconut oil. Don't ever use Pam on it. Go ahead and just give a little spritz. It'll help you clean those pans just a little bit easier. And then we're just gonna pour these into a single layer. There we go. Just use your fingers. I like to do the skin side up. You could flip them when they're baking if you want to, but I think that they will be just fine like this. And remember, if you've got extras, you can heat them up the next day for a snack. Okay, we've got the message that says add food. I'm gonna open the bottom door. You're gonna use this lever here, slightly press in, pull the button back, and lift, or bring it towards you. I've put the little sheet pan on the bottom rack since I'm just doing one batch. It'll catch any extra drips. And I'm just gonna go ahead and slide this in there. Close it up and then hit the button so it starts. While the wings are baking, we're gonna go ahead and make the sauce. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter in here. And you want to use a microwavable container. I like to use glass for that. And I want to use a container, a batter bowl that's big enough to toss all of these. So half a teaspoon of our Italian seasoning. It's super delicious. And then we need a 1/4 teaspoon of crushed pepper flakes. I'm going to use just a little bit less for our taste. And then we're going to add 2 cloves of fresh garlic. So you're just going to drop your garlic in here, not in the bowl. And you don't need to peel it. You just press it straight through. And then this little tool that tucks into the handle helps you pull out the paper. So we'll do one more. I'm gonna pop this into the microwave for just 30 seconds to help the butter melt and to get the garlic to start to incorporate. Just got a few more things to add. I'll start with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we need 3 tablespoons of either Greek yogurt, which is what this is, or sour cream. Now, did you know your measure all cup, adjusts to the 3 tablespoon mark? It's super handy that way. So we'll go ahead and add that in. It scrapes out all the sides. Maybe you've used this for peanut butter. And then here I've got a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and we need half a tablespoon of honey. So I'm just gonna measure it right on top until the 1.5 tablespoons it's even to that amount. 1 measuring cup, 2 ingredients. Saves cleanup, right? So that honey will slip to the bottom though, so it'll be a little thick. There we go. And then we need 1/2 ounce of Parmesan. I like to use my scale to measure just to make sure it's the right amount, because depending on how you grate your Parmesan, it could look like it's more or less than it really is. So weighing it is perfect. This is our Parmesan garlic sauce. Just gonna mix it all up till it's nice and smooth, and it will be ready to coat our chicken wings when they're ready. We're halfway through cook time, so it's time to rotate and flip. So go ahead and just open your door. Just like that. Look at this. It's halfway through. Just gonna rotate and set it here. Be careful as you're doing this. And just turn all of them. They're all done. Let's take a look. It smells amazing. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So I decided I'm going to use the bigger bowl to toss them in with the dressing. It'll give me a little more room to work. I actually took this out with the sheet pan that was underneath it, and just to catch a little bit of the grease if it's in there. Try a metal spatula for this in case you have any that stuck. You can scrape underneath without losing any of your crispy skin. We'll toss. You could eat them just like this, but we're making them as garlic Parmesan. So you're gonna take all of that sauce that you made and give everything a light toss. What are your favorite types of wings? You know, if you go to a restaurant, there's certain flavors that you really love. You can certainly have fun exploring with them at home. Check this out. So these are really good to dip in some marinara sauce if you want to. I'm just using some barbecue sauce since I didn't have any marinara sauce ready for this. They look amazing. It's so crazy that we can make yummy things like this at home, isn't it? Look at that. Fantastic. I hope you give these a try.